Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X.
Twitter.
Okay, well, we had so much fun doing the live yesterday to a school, and then they went to like some music thing. Megan wore a very inappropriate dress again, and the vice president gave her some weird side-eye, which I loved. But now we're going to cover why they went to Colombia. What is the goal? What is the reason? Okay, why does the government want Meghan and Harry to go to Colombia? Last night, they did a panel and they put it up on Archwell right away. And it was called Building a Responsible Digital Future.
Of course.
Now, I know how much Stephanie loves it when I read, but I found it very important that we read what Archwell put out because words matter. This evening, Prince Harry and Meghan participated in the Responsible Digital Future Summit at the Universidad EAN, one of the top-ranking universities in Latin America, hosted by the Archwell Foundation in partnership with the Office of the Vice President of Colombia. I mean, this goes on and on about like, this is all that we're talking about. A central focus of the summit was the urgent need to highlight online safety in the global south. Now, I found that very fascinating because I had no idea there was an urgent need to censor the global south from the internet, because that's what I hear. I don't hear online safety. Whenever I hear online safety from Harry and Meghan, I hear censorship.
Well, it's, they're word salad.
I wonder why Colombia wants that so bad. Maybe because they're trying to toss out their own constitution.
Communism.
Despite the majority of research on the mental health effects of social media being conducted in the global north, 88% of the world's population and most adolescents reside in the global south. This region faces particular challenges with Latin America teenagers checking social media on an average of 67 times a day compared to the global average of 45 times a day. I'd like to see those statistics. Until I see it, I really can't believe that.
I feel bad for the person who has to write this garbage because you have to fill up a page.
I know.
It's like, oh man, I got to add words that people will think that are awesome and they're smart.
It's just like propaganda. The summit addressed these issues by exploring innovative solutions and strategies to ensure that technology serves the common good.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard this before, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're going to clean up the internet because you don't like what is being said about you. So we're going to shut you up, but we're not going to shut ourselves up.
So I'm going to show you the video that the vice president put out. These are the propaganda videos that they want you to see. We have not heard Meghan or Harry talk on any of these propaganda videos that have been put out lately. The only time we get something is if somebody is in the audience recording it and they upload it to their Instagram or whatever. But it is really hard to find anything Harry and Meghan are saying. This is the panel and So it seems like there were a lot of people there. Everyone's, getting along. They really don't highlight a lot of Harry and Meghan. This really was the vice president's day to shine. If you go look at her Instagram page, it's crazy how much stuff she puts up of her.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet you Meghan does not like that one bit.
Well, it's such a vast difference to Nigeria. I mean, the control.
I mean, Nigeria is a wealthy country. They don't need the money. They don't need to suppress their people.
They like the money, though, for the tourism. That's why they had them.
Well, but they don't need it. They have oil.
But just seeing just how choreographed this was.
But do you see how she's the highlight?
Yeah.
Guys, go on her Instagram page. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's mostly pictures of her. And that's usually what happens in Marxist regimes.
It's like when the Kardashians get paid to go to a child's birthday party, but the kid is the main attraction and they're just there to take the pictures. It's like Meghan and Harry are really doing a pay to play here, and it's interesting.
Okay, so this girl who was on the panel we want to talk about.
The only thing I like about this girl is that she does not believe in filters.
Yeah, no, good for her.
She just took a selfie and went for it.
Yeah. Her name is Trisha Prabhu.
Prabhu?
Yeah, I hope we say that
Just
right.
call her Trisha.
Trisha is the inventor of Rethink Words. Oh, oh man. I went to Harvard.
Okay.
There you go. Status quos are made to be broken.
I'm sure she wants to change things up.
Yes,
man.
and she looks like she is a fan of doing TED Talks. Rethink is a patented, innovative solution that detects and stops online hate before the damage is done. Now, Trisha, this is the only problem. Who is the one who discerns between online hate, harassment,
And
misinformation, disinformation,
freedom of speech? Who's that person?
Who's the person, Trisha, that is making that rule? That's what I would like to know.
Trisha wrote a book.
Oh, I love books.
It's called Rethink the Internet: How to Make the Digital World a Lot Less Sucky. So she's appealing to the youth out there, man.
Yeah, well,
She's trying to get them young. Let's read a little bit about the book. It says it stops hate, promotes kindness, be an upstander, rethink the internet. I'm not shocked that Megan wasn't on the panel with her, because it says promote kindness and stop hate. Here's a little synopsis. It says, do you have to ask someone permission before posting a photo? How can you tell if someone on the internet is telling the truth? What should you do if you see someone bullying a friend online? In a series of fun stories, innovator, inventor, social entrepreneur, and upstanding digital citizen Trisha goes through the hows and wants and whys of digital citizenship. What's another word for digital citizenship?
Comrade?
Censorship?
Guys, this is what freaks me out. If Trisha really was serious about this, the last thing she would be doing is partaking in a panel in Colombia. Okay? Colombia, which the United States is backing away from right now because they want to abolish their constitution because the president and the vice president are not very popular right now. That's usually what that happened in Venezuela with Maduro. Okay? I'm just saying, guys, why is Trisha talking in a panel in Colombia? I don't trust you, Trisha. I don't want you telling our kids what's right and wrong on the internet. Trisha, if you care so much about misinformation, why don't you ask Harry and Meghan why they lie so much? Because that's why we exist.
If you care so much about bullying and hate, why are you not confronting Meghan? Why are you taking selfies with her?
Another thing we figured out, and I was shocked, Stephanie. I was totally shocked by this. I don't know if you were shocked. Meghan does not speak Spanish.
What?
She doesn't even understand it.
Oh, dear. I'll tell you what's going to happen, and you will see this before they leave. She's going to have a script written for her in Spanish,
yes,
and she will recite that script.
Yes.
Just that will happen.
Just like she did with those school children yesterday.
Absolutely.
So now we've shown you the nice pictures, the nice video.
They wanted us to see.
Yeah, this is what they wanted you to see. These beautiful pictures that were released. Now we're going to show you Harry and Meghan talking on this panel. You guys, I was going to make a drinking game out of it. I really was. Because the way they said fundamental and lens, the whole time I was thinking, putting this video together this morning, I went to Stephanie. I said, should we do a drinking game?
They say that about 40 times.
Yeah.
You said, like,
oh my God.
Fundamental and lens.
Lens. Oh my God.
Lens.
Harry obviously was told to say this. Meghan, I don't know if she went off script or what. She started talking about ancient proverbs. So we're going to play it. Stephanie has not seen this, and we will react to it as we play it. You guys, this is so cringe. I'm warning you. So we apologize that this is so cringe.
I can echo actually what you said moments ago, and I also learned that great new fact about the Vatican having an AI expert. He said, see, we learn something new every day. And I thought, but wouldn't it be nice to be able to say we learn something true every day?
Oh man.
We are going to find out that is plagiarized.
Even if it wasn't plagiarized, that is the corniest saying I have ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but she's not smart enough to come up with that.
And
And she takes a breath like, oh my God, that was so profound.
Oh, I'm such a genius.
I hadn't thought of that until that moment. And I think in many ways that speaks to your question, which is, though we all have a very different...
I love how you go, speaks to your question. Every single question was written in advance, sent to them. Every single answer was written down then in advance. There is absolutely no way this is off the cuff panel that people are just talking, okay?
Experience based on who we are, where we live, socioeconomic background, all of the things that differentiate us. We still have a shared humanity. So we're still having a...
I just want to remind everyone she's wearing a $30,000 Cartier necklace. As she says, it doesn't matter where you're from, how much money you have. There you go.
Very, very comparable human emotional experience off and online.
She has been talking for what, 30, 40 seconds, and she hasn't said anything.
Nope.
And I was sitting...
Harry looks miserable the whole time, you guys. I'm telling you, like I said, this is not what they wanted you to see. But
No.
Harry, his body language, he is just done.
Well, he wants to get back to the hotel, and this is all a paycheck for him.
Yeah.
Here, and also something that came to mind was an old proverb story, which I was not planning on saying this evening, so please do.
Everything you're saying has been planned. You think we're idiots?
Look at Harry's body
Well,
language.
my God, she thinks, you know what? She doesn't think we're idiots. She is disrespectful to the people of Colombia right now. She
Exactly.
thinks they're all idiots.
Not quote me on it verbatim, this is not verbatim, but you may be familiar with it, and it's a story about a grandfather and a grandson, and the grandfather says, inside of you, there are always two wolves that are fighting, and one wolf is love and kindness and generosity and openness, and the other wolf is hate and jealousy and vengeance. And the grandson looks at the grandfather and says, well, which wolf wins? And the grandfather says, the one that you feed.
Look at Harry.
You know which one wins? Princess Catherine.
Yes.
That's the wolf that's the mother wolf I'm betting on,
Exactly.
not you.
The British royal family wins.
Flip that on its head when we talk about the digital world, where we aren't actually making the choice of which one we're feeding.
What are you talking about?
Oh my
Stop
God.
making people feel that kids are just having this crap. Then don't have your kid on TikTok. Wait until they're adults. We're adults. We don't go looking for stuff unless we want to look for stuff. And we are smart enough to realize if something is bad or good.
And you know what? If you're hanging out with the Kardashians and you don't tell them, hey, you know what? I don't think North should be on TikTok anymore. I think it's bad for her. I think that you're doing a really bad job at parenting Kim. Then you're a hypocrite, Megan.
Yeah,
you are
totally.
the company you keep.
Because they're choosing what we're being fed. And if you look at it through that lens, suddenly
Drink, everybody drink. She said lens.
you realize how powerless we are in the digital design that is setting us up for the wolf of anger and violence and hate and jealousy.
See, she is gaslighting everybody
Woo.
right now. She is trying to air her grievances. She knows she got caught lying. She knows there's a ton of backlash against her. She knows she lost Americans. And this is all grievance.
She knows she bullied her staff, and she knows she bullied Princess Charlotte. All these things are true. She's just projecting it now onto the audience.
To be the one that wins. So I think to the point we were making earlier, Sneha, Trisha, the young people that we really believe in and helping to problem solve what's happening, and all of us using our voices to continue to echo those same sentiments. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter who you are. Either you personally or someone who has personally been a victim to what is happening online. And I think that's something we can all actively work on every day to remedy.
We're going to show where she talks about being a mom. And again, she makes that really weird, what she said is so profound.
And for me, the most important place that I sit in the world right now is as a mother. So I look at it through the lens of what my children, our children, are going to
Lens, drink, lens.
adopt as they get older, and how we can keep them safe, because I do believe all of us agree, despite whatever disparities there are throughout the world, no one contests the fact that we want to keep our children safe. So
That is so crazy because she's the one who did it. She put her kids in danger. You lied so much that what is it called in the Bible? The sins of the father. It's going to trickle down onto them now. They can't even see their grandfather because of you. They don't have a grandpa because of you.
Two grandpas.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
They don't have one because of you.
It's so sad because if you really wanted to keep them safe, Megan, you would have kept them in Windsor. That is the safest place you could possibly have kept those kids.
I mean, there's no social media presence. I don't see William tweeting on his phone.
I know, walking in the country on the weekends.
Jeez.
Oh, what a nightmare.
Woo.
it has been a fundamental
Fundamental lens.
and incredibly important aspect of how I've approached our philanthropic work.
What philanthropic work? The only philanthropic work you guys do is giving grants to people so they can do studies to further your agenda. That is it.
I don't say anything at all. But what's happened? The digital age has almost created a culture where if you don't have anything cruel to say, don't say anything at all.
Hello, our channel here gives back to animal charities, so you can't even get on a plane to London and go to Mayhew. You dialed that one in. So I want to know exactly why you think there's so much hate. It's about you, Megan. You're projecting.
And that is fundamentally
Drink.
Fundamental.
changing how we move through the world, how we connect with each other. And I think, as we continue with this work, we continue learning and investing and grant giving to young adults who can be changed.
I zoomed in on this because look at Harry again.
God.
He just doesn't want to be there,
No,
man.
I feel bad.
He wants to say his lines. He keeps waiting so he could say his lines.
His cue.
Makers and are being change makers in this space. A lot of it also is how we as adults role model that behavior, how we role model offline, and certainly how we role model online.
Wait, offline? Have you met yourself? Offline?
Online, she's got the Sussex Squad. Why don't you you have a chance right now to denounce the Sussex Squad.
Yeah, you have a mic in your hand. You should denounce them.
As parents, we have that responsibility. As global citizens, we have that responsibility. But as digital citizens, we have that responsibility to model how we want our children to be raised in the world in which we want them to be raised in, which now includes the digital world.
So you decide to partner up with a Marxist government? Do you know how stupid you guys sound right now? You had to go all the way to Colombia to do this?
It's not going away, so it's how we can use what we know and continue to push the envelope to keep all of us safer, specifically our children.
Why isn't Megan taking this one up to Capitol Hill? How come she's not going to the White House with this? Kim Kardashian was able to go to the White House. You're flying to Colombia to talk about this?
I think I'm sure the Biden administration would love for them to implement this kind of stuff, but I think they got so much backlash. Remember, I showed you that Nina Jankowicz girl?
Maybe Kamala, but not so much Biden.
I don't know. I think they got so much backlash with that supercalifragilistic girl that they know not to touch it anymore.
Yeah, and also AOC just made it really uncomfortable. All that stuff just got really dicey, and people then it all became about her instead of the cause, and it's like, oh,
yeah, no,
gross.
I don't think Megan would be able to do anything. And plus, she's so toxic. You put her name or face on anything, listen, there are a lot of people, I'm sure, on Kamala's campaign right now that are praying Harry and Meghan do not come out and endorse her. I'm almost positive, okay?
Well, it's fantastic to be on this stage with this panel. In answer to your question, AI is scary.
AI is scary.
That scares you, Harry?
no shite.
You know what? You know what you should be scared of the next time you run into your brother. That's what you should be.
You know what you
of.
should be scared of? Wine barrels, because you keep knocking them over.
I think a lot of people are scared and uncertain. And I think one of the solutions to that
Is he talking about his own life right now, or is he talking about it?
Yeah, he's like in therapy.
is education and awareness, because it's becoming harder and harder to stem the flow from the source, and therefore really it comes down to all of us to be able to spot the true from the fake.
That was weird.
I thought that was weird. I wanted to see if you were going to say anything.
That was weird. He had a tickle in his throat of a little frog. He cleared it, and she grabbed the water and drank it herself.
I know. It's weird.
What?
I know.
He literally went like that, like, oh God, a little,
Yeah.
If you did that and we were on a panel, I would hand her this. And I go, are
know.
you okay?
It was strange. I wanted to see if it was just me, because it was weird.
Wow.
Of course, in an ideal world, those in positions of power, responsibility, and influence would be more responsible and take more accountability for spotting these things. But one of my biggest
Man, she just hates him.
Oh,
I mean, she just
the
freaking
disdain.
hates him, because she was looking at all the other panelists, like just straight at them and smiling and all this stuff, and she keeps looking down at Harry.
Well, he let her down. She thought she was marrying a prince, and she didn't. She thought she was going to get a lifestyle, and she didn't. Now she's got to work.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do this.
worries is that for as long as social media is the way that it is, we will forever be divided.
Again, he's been talking for about 40, 50 seconds. I don't know what he's saying right now.
Oh, he's
jumbled.
reciting his script, but it's kind of scattered in his head.
People are getting richer and richer and richer. And that is a fundamental flaw in the
Fundamental.
system. Because at the Archwell Foundation, for myself and my wife, we believe that information integrity is a fundamental right.
Fundamental. Okay. Information integrity. Again, you guys are the ones who lied.
You can't use big words to cover up things.
Oh my God. How many more times do we have to prove that they lied?
And for as long as people are allowed to spread lies, to abuse, to harass without consequence.
You guys did that with Oprah. You harassed your family. You called them racist. You said that they weren't going to give Archie a title because of his skin color. You knew that that wasn't the protocol. You knew that until King Charles was crowned king, that you and your children would not have those titles. You knew that, Harry. You knew that's the law. And the second he became king, they got the freaking title. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I get upset.
No, but you go into a high-pitched voice.
Then social cohesion as we know it is completely broken down. And every single week we're seeing examples of that. And perhaps 10 years ago we could say that what stayed on, what was online stayed online. Well, we could safely now say that that is not the case. That what happens online within a matter of minutes, hours, transfers to the streets. And it does.
The streets? What is this?
Word on the street.
I mean, what is he talking about? What is he talking about, the streets?
It worries me.
Everybody sitting in the audience is on their phone right now, too.
I think it probably makes us all very sad to see people who are acting on information that isn't true. So, in answer to your question, and being somebody with a platform and someone who has a responsibility, even though we're not necessarily on social media like other people, responsibility and accountability are the two of the things that I think will make the biggest difference.
Thank you so much.
Just look at him, guys.
I mean, he got through it. God bless him. He got through it. That dude is Not looking well.
Nope.
Not looking happy, just not thriving at all.
Now let's get to what everybody's talking about. Well, I know that's what I'm talking about. You too, Stephanie. Was Megan sweating in weird places during her speech? Now, at first when I saw this, I went, no, that's not real. But then you just have to look a little. Now, she either spilled something before she went on and kind of, blotted it. But do you think that's sweat?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's interesting she's wearing Victoria Beckham because the Beckhams hate him. It's almost like it's almost purposely wearing Victoria's stuff and then going, guys, don't buy this crap because you can sweat through it.
Yeah.
This is all garbage. It's almost like she's doing a F you to Victoria right now.
I don't know. I don't think, why would anyone want people to know that they sweat like that?
It's a big topic on Twitter X there, but
who knows?
Who
Spread
cares?
misinformation. So it's going to get out on the street soon.
What is that? What, like your Oprah interview?
Yeah.
That's how it's going to get out on the streets?
It's going to get out on the streets.
Just like when you call Backgrid,
yes,
and it goes right into publication hours later. That's how it gets out on the streets.
So that's what happened last night. And we are now at day 2 of their trip to Colombia. We have already seen some pictures of a very North Korean style propaganda school pictures of them. It's very weird. We're going to get to that tonight. We're going to do another live, and that way we can show everybody. And if something interesting happens, then we will put out a video tomorrow doing a deep dive on that.
Yeah, I think we should do it. We'll do a live and we'll preview. It'll be a short, fun live, and then we'll preview what the pictures were today, and then we'll do a video tomorrow.
Yes,
how about that?
This is very different than Dusseldorf and Nigeria because they're very controlled. You're only seeing the pictures they want you to see. You're only seeing what the government wants you to see.
I don't think Megan wanted to have that selfie though with Trisha.
Probably not, but
I don't think she wanted the sweat stains out there either. Some things she probably didn't.
Today's animal rescue is St. Croix Animal Welfare Center. We did a rescue shelter on the Virgin Islands a couple days ago, and now we're going to do another one because they are getting really bad weather, guys. And Stephanie and I have been to the Virgin Islands before, and there are a lot of homeless dogs, and they get pregnant because they don't get spay and neutered. So these people are great. They give veterinary care, they adopt, they foster, they do all sorts of things helping these dogs on the Virgin Islands. I will put their link in the description below. Please go check them out. Send them some love if you can. They're doing amazing work. St. Croix Animal Welfare Center.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you soon with our live preview. Colombia Griff Day 2.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Love you.